Hey everybody, I'm Ebunny Shanay here today with Soundwaves Radio. We're standing here at the premiere movie of Touched, and I'm standing with Rhett, one of the characters. Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Good. So, can you tell me a little bit about your character in the movie?
Sure. I actually play myself. I'm a child sexual abuse survivor. I went public with my story in 2010 on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and just this past year, got my foundation, the 501c, approved through the IRS. Launched that, and then that's how I hooked up with this particular film to continue to tell that story and let people know that you can actually tell your story, and to let people know that we need to do something to correct this problem.
Wow, wow. So, were there any challenges, that you had to overcome to prepare for this role?
Absolutely. Anytime that you're telling your story, that you carry that with you from the point in which it happens as a child. Of course, I've certainly have become seasoned in regards to telling that story, but I think it's important that people see other people telling that story so that other people know that I can because this person did.
Right. So, what do you think that the people who view this film take from it after they leave? Like, what do you think their thoughts will be like in the car?
Well, I think number one, if they are a victim, they are going to know that they are not alone. I think that is the number one thing that people take with them. If they've never said anything to anybody and they've been holding that secret inside of them for years, they're going to be able to understand that they are not the only one that is sitting out there in that audience. Because as we know now, that about 25% of all children are victimized before the age of 18 in some sort of form of sexual abuse. So that's number one. Number two, I think what it's going to do is for a parent, if I was a parent sitting in this auditorium and I'm watching this film, I know that I'm going to go home and I'm going to have a conversation with my child and I'm going to start talking about it. And I think, in my opinion, that is the most important thing that we can have with this, because the number one way to prevent this from happening is to educate. So it's educating parents, it's educating children, teachers, and caregivers.
Right, right. Well, yeah, it's a very powerful film, I hear. And I just hope that everybody takes something from it as well. I also hear that you may have something in the works with Oprah. Is this true or not?
Well, she obviously has such a really, she has a deep like sense with this because she's herself is a victim, or a former victim, and so I know she's always looking at ways to put this angle, and get it out there in terms of a message. So I know that one of our executive directors that's on our foundation was interviewed on her show that aired for the Where Are They Now, and we actually met as on the set because he was part of the 200 Men show as well too. So, but I know that she's always looking at something, and hopefully that comes to be.
Right. Did you get to meet her at all yet?
Oh yeah, I met her when we did the show back in 2010, and it was her, and it was Tyler Perry was on there as well too. Because
How was that? Like meeting if I met Oprah, I'd be like scared. I don't even know what I would say.
it's pretty cool actually, and she's very down to earth, and so is he. And he really speaks a message because his first perpetrator was a female. And a lot of times people didn't understand that that story actually exists. So when people see somebody like him telling his story, it really has an impact, especially with our youth. So.
Right, right. Wow. Okay, well, do you have anything else going on outside of the film maybe coming up?
No, not yet, other than just continuing to put my message out there, continuing to launch our foundation, and which really focuses on the educational aspect of it, and really trying to help others.
Right. Well, I want to thank you so much for stopping
Absolutely.
by with
Thank
us,
you so
Soundwaves
much.
Radio. Yes, and it's Ebony Shanae, and we're out.